What's up everybody, I'm Brian from I Want Tesla. Today I've got a really cool product that I'm going to show you for the roof rack of my Model Y. You know, I've been getting a lot of questions on my roof rack lately, and I've been waiting because I'm trying to redesign the roof rack. I'm not a big fan of what I have right now. It's very non-aerodynamic. It's really bad, and I'll show you about that. But this product right here is going to help with the wind noise and the aerodynamics. This is the Aero Lidz. This is a cover for the front light, for my LED light strip on top of my roof rack. And my car's outside right now. We're gonna install this out there. But this is a really cool company. My neighbor actually works with him. He's good friends with him. And this is more of a Jeep community type thing, or someone that has a light bar on their, like Toyota or something like that. Not too many people have light bars on their Teslas like I do. This one is specifically for a single strip LED light strip, and that's what's really cool. I went with the thin light strip because less wind drag. You know, you see a lot of Jeeps out there, or you see a lot of off-road vehicles with those light bars up there, and that's great for off-road. Lights up, they're super bright, it's a floodlight and spotlight all in one, but they make a lot of noise because it's a flat blade in front of your car, and the wind just smacks into that and it whistles and it throws the aerodynamics off completely. This will take and move the air around it, kind of like a blade to an airplane. You see how the wind just goes up and over? Well, it's going to go underneath as well. It's upside down, but it's going to curve the air instead of hitting flat on there. It doesn't even look like much. It looks like it's really heavily tinted, but really it's black on the top and bottom. That way the LED light doesn't just glow this whole thing, and it looks like you have this gigantic fluorescent light on top of your car. What's also really cool with this is you can put inserts right into this. So a lot of off-road vehicles don't actually go off-road. I rarely have gone off-road. That is changing here coming in the spring. A lot of places you have to cover your front light, and that's where this comes in place. But you don't just want to have a light. If you have to cover it up, why not cover it up with some style? Now he sent over a black and white American flag. It's also got a bunch of sayings you can have in there. And what's really cool is these will light up. It'll say that stuff, and the stripes will light up on this. So that's, I'm gonna show you that at nighttime here. There's a channel for that. I mean, it's really nice. There's a ton of different designs. You can have different colors. You can have whatever you want, whatever. So say you have a purple wrap on your car, you can have a purple light if you want. This can be cut just with any chop saw, any miter saw. You just go slow with it and you cut it to size. I think this is already cut to my size, but we'll find out for sure. But like I said, a lot of places like California, you have to have a cover for your lights. You can't just have the light sitting there. Not sure why the law is. Maybe it's for you don't want to impersonate a cop. I'm not sure about that, but you have to have something like this. And this is a really great option for that. Whether you have a Tesla, whether you have a Jeep, whatever you have, if you have a light bar, you need one of these in California. We're gonna measure and install this on my car, and then we're gonna go for a ride. And obviously you can't hear the difference, but I'm gonna listen for the difference, and because I'm used to it, I'm gonna see if this makes it any quieter in the car, because it really should. So as you can see from this angle, the light is just a flat bar. Actually, it goes in quite a bit, and it's gonna catch the air a lot here. And there's already a ton of bugs on this thing. So this is gonna stop the air, make it whistle, and really turbulate this air going around. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna talk about more of this inside the garage, but I'm gonna measure this and we're gonna see if this one just fits right up there. Oh, no cutting. So all you have to do to install this is just spread this out, push it over. It will go back a little bit. I just want to slide the insert in there before I push this all the way back past all the louvers here. This will still allow the air to get in there and be able to cool this light. But the cool thing is when you go off-road, you can just grab this thing and yank it right off of there, and now you can use the light completely. But let's go get one of the inserts. It's like a gunshot. And there you have it. After sounding like a gunshot, that went on. Let me turn it on. All right, this is daytime, but you can see the flag now. Shining through. So at nighttime, this is going to look really cool. Now this should help the air go right around this and slide past. Didn't have to cut anything either. Super easy. So definitely check this company out. If you have an LED light and a light bar on your car, you definitely need to check this company out. But yes, this is really cool. There's many different options you can choose from. I didn't want to do the red and white American flag because I thought that might be a little too close to the police, but you can do multiple colors, you can do different sayings. There's a ton of stuff in there that you can do. You can do a clear or a smoked light, but that is really cool. We're going to see what that looks like at nighttime. It's so hard to see what this really actually looks like. Let me pull the car inside so I can really show you and really talk to you about the roof rack and what my plans are. At the end, we'll go for a drive, but I want to talk to you a little bit about the roof rack. Okay, roof rack time. This is the roof rack that I've had on the car for a little while. This is extruded aluminum. This is taller than it is wider, which makes it very strong vertically. I designed this because I was putting the tire on top of the roof here, my spare tire, which is down there. I was putting that up on top of here, and I wanted to house that up there with the recovery boards and things like that on top of the Tesla roof rack. This is just bolted down through the aluminum right into the roof rack. There's some good things and bad things about this. This is super strong. I can stand on this. I can do whatever I want to do on this, and it's going to hold everything just fine. The problem is when you look at what the air is going to look like coming underneath the car. So the air is going to flow underneath here, and it's going to go underneath this just fine, but then it's going to hit this wall right here. It's already hit this wall, but it's going to hit this wall, then this wall, then this wall. It's creating at least 3 times the drag than it really should. So I have some other ideas that I want to do with this, but also I've got a trip coming up soon. I've got a bunch of trips coming up soon where I'm going to be taking this all over the country for weeks at a time. And I want to get a rooftop tent. And if I get a rooftop tent, then that cage doesn't really matter because I can bolt that right to the Tesla bars. I think, with the ones I'm looking at anyway. One idea was to make a sheet, take a sheet of aluminum, cut out sections for the cross members, so it sits down, and basically there'd be a flat panel there, but it would just slide right through and right out. No problem, not hitting bars or anything, super easy. But I don't need to do that if I'm putting a rooftop tent on top of the car because that's gonna have a flat board anyway, and that's gonna just slide right through. That's one thought. Second thought was, well, I can take the rooftop tent off at any time. I can even get a hoist to lift it up in the ceiling here. Just have that rack up there all the time, mount the light to the rack. So I know there's been a lot of people that have emailed me asking about this roof rack, but it's one of the reasons I haven't shown you because I'm not very happy with it. Yes, I built this myself and it's really cool. It's very, very strong, but I think I can do better. I mean, I know I can do better. So I'm thinking of a full sheet of aluminum. I'm gonna make it out of hardboard. It's like a really thick cardboard material. I'm gonna make it out of that first and see how that works, and then probably have one made eventually. But I know a rooftop tent will be the same thing, and that's coming up soon. That's coming up fast. So stay tuned. If you're not subscribed to the channel, there's gonna be some epic drives all over the country with this car. Camping, driving across country. So subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to see that. It's crazy epic adventures. No Tesla has done what I'm about to do, so please subscribe. If you know anybody that has a rooftop tent, I'd like a hard shell one because that's going to even help with the aerodynamics and everything. Let me know. Put a link down below if you have used a rooftop tent, what company it was and everything. I'd like to look at them. Or if you are a rooftop tent company and you want to get some publicity, hit me up. Let's go for a drive, and I want to tell you about the sound, the light bar, what that actually does, what that changes on the interior. All right, so we're gonna go for a drive in the country here. We're doing about 38 miles an hour. Now I can hear more of a whistling noise than before. It's more of a high-pitched noise. So it's a little different noise than before. I mean, it's not going to cut out the wind completely, obviously. What I think it's doing is allowing the air to go around that first, well, the light. Now it's hitting that second crossbar and combining, I think. But I think for my plan for what I have for that aluminum bar, you know what, let me pull over up here and let me show you. I think what's happening is the air is coming over and smacking this first rung and then whistling off of the top of this. Before, I think it was diverting the air so high that it was missing this one and then smacking the second one. So I think my design of what I have, the metal plate, would go right off of the back of here and continue, so the air would just flow right off of that board. Hopefully that makes sense. Just a flat board so the air goes through, and then that light would just allow the wind that goes over top of the light to go on top of the board, and the air that goes underneath to go underneath the board, and just slipstream right through. It probably will create a little bit of lift, and that's probably not such a bad idea for a 4,000 pound vehicle, but as long as everything's anchored down nice and tight, we should be fine. If there's any aerospace engineers out there, you know, SpaceX, anybody, hit me up. Maybe this is an option for Tesla themselves to actually have something like this for a sale. Nice flat piece of aluminum up there, very light considering the weight of it. Or we can do titanium. Tesla, titanium? That'd be expensive. Definitely this light cover is really cool. It definitely is changing things. I hear a smooth transition of the air going over. The whistling is different. The whistling is the bars. I hear a smooth transition of the air. Before it was a choppy, it was a flat board. The air was hitting something flat. Now it was always breaking up. It was different. I can tell the difference in the air quality going over that is just the whistling noise that is a little bit more now. And maybe even fill the sides, because there might be some wind noise coming from inside, but I might fill the sides with some foam and see what that does too. But yeah, I have some epic drives coming up here soon. It's winter time now, so things are a little slow, but I'm working with some cool companies to offer products like this, products like the lift, all that fun stuff. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. A lot more is coming. Check out the links below. As always, stay awesome, stay positive, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.